Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi died at age 63 in a helicopter crash in northwestern Iran. His death comes as the Middle East is in turmoil, with Iran supporting attacks through regional proxies against Israel. Here's what Raisi's death could mean for Iran and the country's stance on issues across the wider region. Raisi, a conservative cleric, became Iran's 8th president in 2021.
His rise of power cemented the consolidation of power in Iran in the hands of hardliners, conservatives, and where previous presidents often had their own sort of political agendas. Raisi was largely seen as a proxy for Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei.
There had been speculation that he could have succeeded the Supreme Leader. Raisi was a controversial figure, even before his presidency. He was known among Iranians for his role in what's known as the Death Commission in 1988, where he sentenced thousands of political dissidents to death.
After he became president, he oversaw a right-wing, more hardline turn inside Iran, where civic rights were crushed, where freedom of expression was squeezed, and where Iran also turned away from diplomacy with the West and became a lot more confrontational against Israel and the US, but also European countries, and turned more towards Russia and China.
Iran's economy suffered a lot under Raisi's tenure, partly due to international sanctions.
Over the past 3 years, many Iranians have suffered unprecedented levels of destitution, of poverty, unemployment, and Raisi's government did not manage to turn things around for ordinary Iranians. And I think that is one of his main legacies that he'll be remembered for.
Oh wow, I didn't expect that at all actually.
Yeah, very unexpected.
It looks very like modern, new in a way, right?
Yeah, the red is quite disturbing.
Oh wow. I mean, it's very red, and so initially it just looks like almost flames.
Oh, bless. I don't... It's kind of ghoulish.
It looks like a floating head.
Yeah, that's unusual. But then I'm a big fan of red, so, you know. I like that, yeah.
Oh man, it's pretty red. Looks kind of like a massacre or something here. It's, this is the official portrait?
It's very red.
That is quite red indeed.
It's nice. It's distinguished. It's loud.
Whoa!
Wow! Amazing red.
It's so red, so red.
Oh.
It's too much fire, I think.
I like the fact that it is a little bit different and it's not what you would be expecting. I like the way that the foreground and the background sort of blur into each other and it highlights his head and his face and his hands. I think it's great.
The official portrait since his coronation is, to say the very least, surprising a lot of people. It was unveiled this morning at Buckingham Palace, revealing the king with a sword in his hand and a butterfly over his shoulder. And then he's covered in broad red brushstrokes.
So many red brushstrokes. Red after red brushstroke. The artist, Jonathan Yeo, says he wanted to reference the history of royal portraits and the modern monarchy while showing the king's deep humanity, evoking sort of the color of the Welsh Guards, as we imagine, or as he said, but...
Totally confused by that Vatican press conference last week, which laid out apparently new rules for the Vatican in assessing the truthfulness of supernatural and paranormal events. What does it all mean? Well, I've had the task of trying to figure that out for you because, frankly, I found the press conference last week totally confusing. Firstly, let's get UFOs out of the way. I'm told there was no specific mention of UFOs in the new rules, the rules laid down by the Vatican's dicastery for the doctrine of the faith. But there was a question, and the question was asked, what does this all mean about UFOs? And I thought it was very telling that Cardinal Fernandez, when he responded, he appeared to have a prepared statement. And he said, "On UFOs, we are truly not specialists. We cannot intervene. It could happen that a certain phenomenon of this kind is linked to a Christian Catholic religious phenomenon, in which case we shall see, but otherwise not. This could also happen in other religions. It's not our task, and outside the faith, certainly even less so.
Out on reported mysteries and miracles, releasing updated guidance for the first time in nearly 50 years on how to discern supernatural phenomena and apparitions. You'll remember last summer, whistleblower and Air Force veteran David Grush exclusively told News Nation he believes the Vatican is part of a 90-year cover-up of alien existence after a UAP was allegedly found in Italy.
1933 was the first recovery in Europe, in Magenta, Italy. The Italian government moved it to a secure air base in Italy for the rest of kind of the fascist regime until 1944, 1945, and the Pope Pius XII back-channeled that.
You're saying that the Catholic Church, the Vatican, they know about the existence of non-human intelligence on this planet?
Certainly.
This is just the start, because when they get cooking, it sounds like a science fiction movie from the 50s. It goes up and down with this little noise. They're your new neighbors and you can't pound on their wall and tell them to shut up.
In entomology, we call this a chorus, just hundreds of thousands of males per square acre. Like literally in somebody's yard, there's thousands and thousands of them all singing to attract a mate at the same time.
It's a fun thing. It comes once every 17 years, so I hope I'll be here for the next one. Ah, right? Right.